So here we are, back at Camp 2A. Last time we spoke here we were leaving and excited to be leaving to get out, but also excited about coming back here. And it hasn't been long, it's been less than a month since we were here, but yeah, back up the South Park Aven to go and continue where we left off. We ran out of rope and everything last time, so really excited to get back up there in this huge place.
I just can't imagine why this rock's staying here. Just look at this. It's just sitting here. I think the only thing that's actually holding it in place is down that corner there and a bit of weight on top. And it goes. We have to run fast. After a month, we've arrived. Oh, great spot for a cup of tea. Oh, Chris, this is just wild.
Well, you got the Wild West, this could be the Wild South.
Wow.
Second day climbing up at South Park. Yesterday we got up another 45, maybe 50 metres above where we got to about a month or so ago.
How's it up there, Chris?
It's bloody good, it's huge. I can't believe it doesn't get any smaller. It's ridiculous.
Can you see the roof yet?
No, it's massive. It's just so complex. It's not just straight. There's stuff going on all over the place.
Oh, jeez.
It's just like the place I've got to, there's this massive boulder jammed, and then there's like this huge ledge that goes back behind. That thing we were climbing looks like it's just a standalone thing. Really? It doesn't look like it's the wall. It's just a
big pillar.
It's just a big pillar in the middle of the thing. It's probably joined at the back, but at the sides it's not.
That's really okay.
It's just like, oh, sweet. Yeah, it's just it's like this huge pillar thing.
So we're now up at about 50, maybe 55 metres above here. 50,
Yeah.
50 metres above here.
Feels like it.
Yeah, it's a long way up, eh?
Yeah.
It's a long way down there.
Awesome.
It's a bloody
I
long
dropped
way
a
down
bolt and I just heard this.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's quite amazing that this sort of feature exists underground here. And the surface is only another couple hundred metres away, so maybe in a couple of days' time we'll break out in the surface. But yeah, the plan today is just to consolidate ourselves on another big ledge and start climbing another pitch, hopefully get another 60 metres up. We'll see how today goes. It's going to be another very exciting and scary day.
Well, we found this nice spot, 200 metres off the bottom of South Park Aven, and you could forget you were off the ground because there's this big flat area. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and we reckon there might be a top up there, but we don't know. It's very high.
And then there's another 40 metres of climbing up another big face to this flipping spectacular spot. Absolutely incredible. We're just climbing up this big, we realised we're climbing a huge big fin of rock, and at the top there was just enough space to kind of hang out and have a cup of tea. It's probably one of the best cup of tea ledges we've ever found. And you're on top of this massive big fin of rock.
Feels like being on top of the world, but there's more world above us. It's so bizarre. I've been up here a little while on my own, just trying to soak it all up, and it's the most weird wilderness place I've ever been in my life. It's amazing. It's huge. How doesn't Mount Owen fall over? This is hollow. It's crazy.
Beyond there's a steep gravel slope which went up to about a 5 metre wide sort of overhang, and we sat there for a long time procrastinating, and neither of us wanted to climb it.
Okay, Kieran, tell us what you're going to do.
I'm fucking scared, man. Oh my god. We're 250 metres off the bottom of South Park, and the next pitch, it's got some real crud rock on it through an overhang. And Chris doesn't want to do it. We've been procrastinating for the last hour. So I got paper, scissors, rock to see who's going to do it, and I lost. Yeah, so there's an overhang just here. Got this overhang go through up here, and it's shit rock for about probably 2 metres, and then it gets onto really good rock, and really steep still, and then we're going to get hopefully up to a ledge about 10 metres up, and I think that'll be enough energy spent for the day. So either we're going to get up there, or we're going to see a spectacular fall onto my ass. The bloody bolt's probably out of the wall.
And then the last bit that Kieran did was, yeah, it was, I mean, the rock was all right. It was good enough, obviously, because it worked. But it was a full-on overhang. It was like it was the most full-on aid climbing I've ever seen. I was really impressed, and it took like real teamwork. Like he was standing on my shoulders, and I was pushing back and stopping him from swinging back under the overhang. Yeah, it was really exciting. All above a massive drop. So that was in the back of your mind. You know, there's this huge hole underneath you, but there was this going lead above you. So you just focused on that, and off you went.
Okay, Kieran, what's been happening since the last instalment?
Well, I'm actually through the overhang now. The rock's actually a little bit better than I thought. It's not that good. I suppose the worst that's going to happen, I fall on my arse just there. But yeah, through the overhang, it still goes really steep up here. Probably, this is almost flat. And then it gets back to probably, that's 90, back to about probably 45 degrees. And then we've got this ledge that we're aiming for about maybe 3 metres above me. Like climbing overhangs, man. Shit, they're hard work. Really, really hard work.
Yeah, using Chris's shoulder and stuff, I managed to get into position and climb through the overhang, and got up about 7 or 8 metres, and we called it a day there. But above the cave, the shaft goes at least another 50 metres, and it gets really big, really, really, really big. And we're not exactly sure what's going to happen. We don't actually have much rock above us really before we start breaking into the surface.
Yeah, there's lots going on up there. It's not a simple Aven, but yeah, it's really exciting. It's hard to leave. You're really excited because it's like going and going, but you're so tired. Yeah, it's mixed emotions, but it's bloody awesome. Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens on the next trip. Yeah, I can't wait to come back. It's really fun. Really, really fun. Yeah. Next trip, very excited to come back. Today, South Park Aven. It's the top's nearly over 400 metres above us from here. To get to the very top, we've got about 300 to 400 metres of climbing ahead of us. So it's a lot of climbing. Got some big heavy packs of climbing gear and rope and stuff and food. And yeah, we're geared up to either go to the surface or explore cabins measureless to man. That's what we want to do, isn't it? Explore cabins measureless to man. Who knows? We'll have to go up there and find out.
Pretty amazing, eh? This is it, eh?
Yeah, well, that's the climb up there. That's where we went through that overhang there, and then finished up there. All right.
How'd it go, Kieran?
Yesterday, Mike and I went back up South Park, and yeah, we climbed another 30 metres or so, probably a bit more, above where Chris and I got to last time, up onto a big scree ledge. That's the top of South Park. We've climbed now 300 metres, or just on 300 metres, and there's a roof, and no passage yet. And what we're going to do now is traverse across about 15 metres or so and abseil down 30 metres and hopefully drop into a big passage down there.
We're 300 metres above the floor, and this is a really nasty, chossy, shitty rubble slope that we're standing on. And there's the void into the darkness there. So Kieran and I are at the very top of the South Park Aven. We're over 300 metres off the floor here, and we're trying to get into a horizontal passage that's directly below us. And he's hanging off these really terrible anchors. These things are bolted into choss. I mean, look at this. Just can't get the anchors in. It's terrible. The whole thing is like fucking Weet-Bix. So Kieran's abseiled down on a 60-metre rope, and we're hoping there's a knot tied in the end. Well, we know there's a knot tied in the end. And yeah, there's this passage in there, and with any luck he'll be able to pendulum into it. But yeah, he's shitting his pants. It's pretty funny from where I'm standing. What are you feeling right now, Kieran?
I'm feeling a little fucking scared. It's 300 metres underneath my bum, and the rope doesn't go anywhere near the bottom.
It's only a 60-metre rope, isn't it?
Yeah, rope's only 60 metres, so still 240 metres beneath the rope.
Well, it's a bit disappointing that passage doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know, it's might be worth actually getting into the rock actually. It's hard to know. Glad I'm back. That was scary. That's even scarier than bloody egg climbing. Funny, eh?
It was, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. I suppose the big highlight of the day was breaking the 300 metre mark. The top of the Aven now is kind of level with, just almost level with the Castle Keep. So any more climbing, it's not going to take much more climbing before we start adding height to the cave actually, which is pretty neat. Yeah. But anyway, kind of exciting, kind of disappointing. We ran out of drill batteries. Yeah, all the batteries are flat. Started running out of gear. And we're going home today.